All right, let's talk about something huge today. It's called the 5-to-1 rule. And get this, it's this idea that your success, your future, it's not really about just grinding harder or having more willpower. Nope, it suggests that your future is secretly being programmed by your environment, by the people you talk to, even the stuff you watch online. So we're going to break down exactly how you can take control and rewrite that program starting right now.
You know that feeling, right? Where you wake up, you roll over, grab your phone, and boom, before you even know it, the day is just happening to you. You're just going through the motions. You end the day feeling totally drained, and then what? You just hit repeat the next morning? It's this crazy cycle that so many of us are trapped in.
And here it is. This is the brutal, can't-look-away truth that's at the very heart of that cycle. We all know your habits shape your destiny, for sure. But here's the part we miss. It's the people and the environment around you that are secretly writing the code for those habits. And if you want to break free, that is the problem we have to solve.
So, when we feel stuck, what's our first move? We try to fight back with sheer willpower, right? We think, I'll just try harder. I'll be more disciplined. But you know what? That's exactly where we go wrong. We're trying to fix this deep, systemic problem with a tool that's just, well, it's just not built for the job.
You see, our lives are basically run by these invisible little engines called habit loops. It's always the same pattern. There's a cue that triggers a craving, that leads to a routine, and then you get a little reward. But here is the absolute game changer that most of us completely miss. So often, the cue for our worst, most draining habits, it isn't a place or a time. It's a person.
And that is exactly why willpower is a losing game. I want you to think about it like this. Willpower is your phone's battery. It might start at 100%, but every single decision you make all day just drains it bit by bit. Your environment, on the other hand, that's your phone's operating system. It's always on, it's always running in the background, influencing every single thing you do. You cannot win a fight against your own operating system. It's impossible.
So, if willpower is the wrong tool, if it's a battery that's always dying, what's the right one? Well, you need to install a brand new operating system, one that's designed from the ground up for intentional growth. And that new system, it's called the 5-to-1 energy rule.
5, 2, 1. What does that even mean? It sounds so simple, just a ratio, right? But I promise you, inside these two numbers is the key to getting back your momentum and basically taking back your entire future.
Here it is. This is the core of it all. For every single time you have an interaction that drains you, that makes you feel negative, or just pulls you down, you have to intentionally counteract it with 5 interactions that lift you up. 5 things that inspire you, that push you to be better. It's like a conscious act of rebalancing your mental and emotional scales.
Now, I want to be super clear here. This isn't some fluffy, oh, just be positive advice. No way. This is a strategy. Think of it like this. Negative energy, whether it's from a cynical comment from a friend or just a draining conversation, it puts a heavy tax on your brain's resources. And if you don't actively work to offset that tax, your forward progress will literally grind to a halt.
Okay, I can practically hear you thinking it. Dude, I don't even know 5 inspiring people I can just call up on a Tuesday. And you know what? That's a totally fair point. But here's the amazing part about the world we live in. The very definition of an interaction has totally changed.
Hey, and if you're getting value from this and want more frameworks like it, do me a quick favor and hit that subscribe button. It really helps the channel out. Now look, you can find your 5 positive inputs all over the place online. Listening to a podcast that just gets you fired up? That's 1. Reading a chapter from a book by someone you really admire? That's 2. Watching Explainer, like this one right now, that gives you a new way to think? That's 3. Every single piece of content you choose to consume is an interaction. So you've got to choose wisely.
All right, so now we get the rule. The big question is, how do we actually put this into practice? Well, it all starts with a detox, a conscious, deliberate clearing of all the mental clutter to make room for the good stuff. And I've got a simple 3-step plan for you.
I want you to let this one really sink in for a second. Unfollowing someone, muting an account that consistently makes you feel bad about yourself, that is not petty. It is not drama. It is peaceful. It's about recognizing that your mental space, your energy, is your most valuable asset, and you have every single right to be the bouncer at the door.
So here's your action plan, and you can start this today. Step 1, get brutally honest with yourself. Who or what leaves you feeling drained after you interact with them? Write them down. Step 2, take back control. Mute them,
Unfollow them. You don't have to make a big announcement. Just quietly, for yourself, remove that negative input. And step 3, and this one is huge, reframe. Stop using the internet as a mirror to compare your life to others. Start treating it like a museum, a place where you go to observe, to learn, and to be inspired, completely without judgment.
And this brings us to the most powerful part of this whole idea. Because applying the 5-to-1 rule, doing this social detox, it isn't just about changing what you do. It is about fundamentally rewiring who you are. I want you to consider doing something called a winter arc. It's this idea of taking a dedicated period of time, let's say 90 days, where you just disappear. You step back from all the external noise, all the drama, all the negativity. It's just a quiet, focused time to rebuild your habits and, more importantly, your identity from the ground up, completely on your own terms. This right here, this is the psychological cheat code that makes change actually stick. You can force yourself to do something with sheer effort for a little while, sure, but your brain will always snap back to what it believes is its core identity. Real, lasting change only happens when you change the identity first. So, it's time to change the script in your head. Stop saying, "I'm trying to wake up early." No, act like the person who is an early riser. Don't say, "I'm trying to avoid negativity." Act like the person who is a protector of their energy. The action always follows the identity, never the other way around.
Listen, there's no such thing as the perfect moment to start. The right moment is right now. So my question to you is, what is the one thing, that one account, that one habit, that one interaction that you are going to detox from today to start balancing your 5-to-1 ratio? Your future self is counting on you to make that choice. And hey, let me know in the comments what topic you'd like me to break down next. Thanks for watching.